What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna switch it up today. We got the World Cup starting tomorrow, running through July 19th. So I thought I'd hop on here, give you all my predictions. Um, yeah, it's gonna be a wild time. So buckle up. This summer's about to be crazy in the world of soccer. Um, there's games all over the United States, Canada, Mexico. Since we're the hosts, let's get into it. All right, we're gonna start with the group stage. We'll start with Group A, which is Czechia, South Korea, Mexico, and South Africa. The first game, we'll go through their games. We're gonna go with Mexico. I got Mexico winning that game 3-1 over in South Africa. And then I got Czechia and South Korea tying at 2. So then after one game, and then the second game, I got Czechia beating South Africa 3-1, and I got Mexico losing to South Korea 2-1. And then match day 3, I have Czechia tying Mexico 2-2, and I have South Korea beating South Africa 2-0. So then I have South Korea winning the group with 7 points. Then you got Czechia and Mexico finishing in third. All right, we'll go to Group B. Canada, Bosnia. I actually have Bosnia and Canada tying, going 1-1. And then I have Qatar and Switzerland. Qatar, I call them the speed bumps of the group. They're just glad to be there. And then, okay, match day 2, you got Switzerland, Bosnia, and Herzegovina. I have Switzerland beating Bosnia and Herzegovina 2-1. And then I have Canada beating Qatar 3-0. I don't know why it changed its scores. But, all right, and then you got the game of the match, the game of the group, Switzerland and Canada. I have Switzerland beating Canada 2-1. And then I have Bosnia beating Qatar. Bosnia and Herzegovina beating Qatar 2-0. And the winner of the group will be Switzerland. Canada will come in second, Bosnia and Herzegovina come in third. Go down to Group C. You got Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, and Scotland. You guys aren't going to like me, but I'm not very high on Brazil. I have Brazil losing to Morocco in a shocker in round one of match play 2-1. But I have Scotland beating Haiti 2-0. Shout out to Haiti. They're working out at my alma mater. That's their base camp, Stockton University in Galloway Township, New Jersey. Shout out to them. I hope they have a great stay. They're also staying in Atlantic City. Shout out to them. But in this group, I'm sorry to say it, but they're the speed bump in this group. The speed bump, I haven't defined it yet, is basically a team that's just there, and they're probably going to get cooked in all their games. So Scotland, Morocco, game 2 of the group stage for Group C. I have Morocco beat Scotland 2-1, and then I have Brazil beating Haiti 3-0. And Scotland, Brazil, I have Brazil winning 2-1. I have Morocco beating Haiti 3-0. All right. So then you have Morocco going 3-0. All right, and then the United States, or Group D, you have Australia, Paraguay, Turkey, and the USA. I will be at the game on June 19th, or June 19th, in Seattle, USA, Australia. I'm excited to rep the red, white, and blue. So in Group D, I have the United States beating Paraguay 2-1. I have Australia and Turkey. I have them tying to 1-1. And then I have Turkey and Paraguay. Turkey beat Paraguay 2-1. And I have the USA tying Australia 1-1. And then Turkey and the United States, I have the USA winning 2-1. And then I have Australia beating Paraguay 2-1. And then Group E, you also have the Ivory Coast, Curacao, Ecuador, and Germany. I think Curacao is probably going to be the speed bump of the group. I have Germany beating them in the first game 3-0, and I have Ecuador beating the Ivory Coast 2-1. Shout out to the Ivory Coast. They are working out in their base camp is in Chester, PA, the home of the Philadelphia Union, my MLS team. Shout out. I was at their friendly against Union 2 the other night. Crowd was electric. I'm excited to see what the Ivory Coast does in the World Cup. So Ecuador, Curacao, round 2. I have Ecuador beating Curacao 3-0, not 3-2. And I have Germany beating the Ivory Coast 3-1. And then you have Ecuador, Germany, the match of the group of the match of the group. I was the group of the match. I have Germany winning 2-1. And then Curacao, Ivory Coast. I have Ivory Coast winning 2-0. All right, and then we'll go over Group F, which is Japan, Netherlands, Sweden, and Tunisia. Shout out to Japan for making it. I think this could be a sneaky group. The Netherlands is past their golden age of soccer. All right, so the first game, I have the Netherlands beating Japan 2-0. And then I have Sweden beating Tunisia 3-0. As you can see, Tunisia, I think, is going to be the speed bump of the group. Then round 2, I have Japan beating Tunisia 3-0. And the Netherlands beating Sweden 2-1. And then I have Tunisia losing to the Netherlands 3-0. And I have Japan and Sweden tying 2-2. As you can see, the third place, the top 8 third place teams will advance to the round of 32. So this World Cup is the biggest World Cup, biggest World Cup ever, I should say. All right, and next up we have Group G and Group H. We have 4 more to go after this, and then it'll be the knockout stage. Can't wait for that one. Group G, I have you guys. I feel again. I feel like Belgium is overrated. So I have them losing to Egypt 2-1. Iran and New Zealand. I'm excited. I want to see how Iran performs this World Cup. I have them losing to New Zealand in the first game. And then New Zealand, Egypt, I have them going 1-1. And then I have in Belgium. I have Belgium beating Iran 2-1. And then group round 3, I have New Zealand losing to Belgium 3-0. And I have Egypt beating Iran 2-0. Is Mohamed Salah's last round or last World Cup for Egypt. So I think Egypt could be motivated. All right, so we'll go to Group H, which is Cape Verde, Spain, Saudi Arabia, and Uruguay. Spain is being predicted or picked by a lot of people to win the whole thing. I think they start off with a 3-0 win over Cape Verde, and then Uruguay beats Saudi Arabia 2-1. And then I have Uruguay beating Cape Verde 3-0. And I have Spain escaping Saudi Arabia 3-1. And then Uruguay-Spain is going to be the game of the group. I have Uruguay losing to Spain 2-1. And then I have Cape Verde losing to Saudi Arabia 2-1. All right, then we're going to Group I. Group I will be at the France-Norway game on the 26th in Boston. I'm excited. Can't wait. Mbappe versus Holland. I can't wait for that one. Yeah, France-Senegal to start it off. I got France beating Senegal 2-1. I think Senegal is going to be good. They look really good against the United States in their friendly last week. And then I have Norway beating Iraq. Why are you changing the score on me? All right. And then Iraq, Senegal, second game. Match day 2. Okay. Game 3, I have Senegal I have Iraq beating Senegal 2-0. And I have France beating Norway 3-2. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game between Mbappe and Holland. Iraq and France, I got France beating Iraq 3-0. Why did it change the score? And then I got Norway beating Senegal, tying with Senegal. I got Senegal and Norway tying. All right, and then Group J, we have Argentina, Algeria, Austria, and Jordan. This is Argentina. I think Argentina is going to win this group hands down. I think the other 3 are playing for second and third. That being said, I have Argentina beating Algeria 2-0. And I have Austria beating Jordan 3-0. And then round 2, I have Algeria beating Jordan 2-0. And I have Argentina beating Austria 1-0. Jordan, Argentina. I have Argentina winning 3-0. And then I have Austria beating Algeria 3-0. So Group K, you got the Congo, Colombia, Portugal, and Uzbekistan. This is Cristiano Ronaldo's last World Cup, so I have Portugal starting off with the Congo 3-0. And I have Colombia beating Uzbekistan 2-0. And then we'll start off Colombia-Congo. I have Colombia winning 2-0. And then Portugal beating Uzbekistan 3-0. And Colombia-Portugal, I have Colombia giving Portugal a test. That game's going to be crazy. It's in Miami, Colombia, and Portugal. And I have Portugal winning 2-1. And I have Uzbekistan beating the Congo 2-1. And we're on the last group. Croatia, England, Ghana, Panama. This game, you'll see, I have all 4 teams tying 1-1. I think that's how tough these teams are. And then Croatia, Panama, first game. I have Croatia beating Panama 3-1. And I have England beating Ghana 2-0. And then Panama, England. I have England beating Panama 3-0. And I have Croatia beating Ghana 2-0. All right. All right, and let's go to the knockout stage. All right. So the round of 32, we'll start off with Germany, Turkey. I gotta go with Germany here. France, Japan. I gotta go with France. They're two of the best teams. That should be a great match. Czechia, Canada. I'm gonna go with Czechia. Netherlands, Brazil. I'm gonna go with Brazil. Colombia, Croatia. I'm going with Croatia. Spain, Austria. Going with Spain. USA, Bosnia. I'm going with USA. Egypt, Mexico. I'm going with Mexico. And then, all right, Morocco, Sweden. I'm going with Morocco. Norway, Ecuador. I'm going with Norway. South Korea, Scotland. I'm going with Scotland. England and Senegal. I'm going with England. Argentina, Uruguay. I'm going with Argentina. Australia, Belgium. I'm going with Belgium. Switzerland and New Zealand. I'm going with Switzerland. And Portugal, Ivory Coast. I'm going with Portugal. All right, we'll go back to this. This should be the game in Philly on the 4th of July. Germany, France. And they helped us in the Revolutionary War. And they're going to get the win in Philly on the 4th of July. I'm going with France. Brazil, Czechia. I'm going with Brazil. And then Croatia, Spain. I'm going with Spain. USA, Mexico. I'm going with the USA. And then we'll do this first. France, Brazil. I'm going with France. And Spain, USA. Sorry, USA, but I'm going with Spain. And pathway number 2, I'm going with Norway to beat Morocco. And I'm going with England to beat Scotland. Argentina, Belgium. I'm going with Argentina. Portugal to set up Messi versus Ronaldo. England, Norway. I'm going with England. And Argentina, Portugal. I'm setting up Argentina. And then the final, we'll go back to that one. Where's it at? It's France and Spain. I think this is going to be a great match. But France gets to the final. And then you got England and Argentina. I think Argentina sets up. And then with the final, I think you got France beating Argentina. And then you have Spain winning the third place game. And there you have it. So I have France winning the World Cup. Kylian Mbappe solidifying his place as the player of this generation's great soccer player. Kylian Mbappe going to be raising the World Cup in MetLife Stadium in New Jersey on July 19th. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoy the next month and a half, because the World Cup's about to be crazy. I'm logging off.